What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your man Jay, and today we're going to be doing a 1 week update on my switch from the 8 Plus to the iPhone 10. But before we get into that, if this is the first time you catching any video on my channel, just make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and that way you can always be notified when I drop any new video on the channel. Let's get into the video. So what has it been like switching from the iPhone 8 Plus to the 10 after about a week? Well, to me personally, I think it's been great. It's been great, and I think it's a really good decision if you're thinking about like, hey, I want to get out of this home button, kind of like old school phase phone, and I just want to jump in the waters and see how it feels to switch. I think something like an iPhone 10 would be perfect for anybody who's just trying to do that and not wanting to spend the money for like an iPhone 11 Pro or 11 Pro Max or whatever the case. I'm pretty sure there's like 10Rs and a lot of other, phones that's under the 11 series that are still good that you can jump into. So I highly suggest you try it, at least if you have the means to acquire a 10 or a 10R or anything of that nature. Coming from like a 6, 7, or an 8, I really suggest that you try it. Take your SIM chip out and put it in the 10 and so forth, and just give it a shot. One of the biggest things that I like about this whole transition and switch, and I'm going to do a full kind of like review. I know the iPhone 10 is an old phone now, and I know a lot of reviews have been beat down, but I'm going to give you guys my review in about another week or two. But one of the biggest things that I do like, two of the biggest things that I like, number one being the form factor, and number two is that screen to body ratio. So if you want to say that screen to body ratio fits within form factor, then oh well. But what I did the other day was I was using the 10, and it started to die, and I got down to about, I don't know, 3% or something. So I remembered I was watching a YouTube video, and I remembered I was like, you know what? Let me just grab my 8 real quick. I shouldn't do it, but let me just grab it. It's on Wi-Fi, and let me, finish this video because I don't want to go upstairs and get the charger. Keep in mind I have been watching the 10 all day. When I switched over to the 8 Plus and I turned that video on, I flipped the phone over, turned it on, and instantly it started to feel kind of ancient to me. Like the design felt kind of weird. Maybe it's because I've been, used to this smaller design and the form factor of this one, but the design felt kind of weird. It felt like outdated, and it felt a little heavy. It felt like a brick. And then once I turned it on and started watching the video, that's when I noticed the actual difference in the screen quality. Now, we know that the screens are different. LCD and OLED, or whatever the case, we know they're different. So that's really kind of like, not something to kind of like down the 8 Plus, because they're in two different worlds when it comes down to the screens. But at the same time, after being on this phone for all those hours and working and, watching YouTube videos on the phone, and finishing up my work day with the 8 Plus, I felt that difference. I felt when I picked up that phone, I felt every bit of this phone in my hand. Then the bezels did bother me. Now, keep in mind, I love the 8 Plus. I still love the way the phone looks, the design, and all of those things, but the bezels actually started bothering me because there was no bezels on here. I felt like the bezels bothered me more on the 8 Plus than that little notch did on the 10. So that's just kind of food for thought for those who are deciding to try this and, try 10 or anything of that nature and above, coming from, a phone like the, 6, 7, and 8, or whatever the case. Also, jumping into this really, really quick, I want you guys to be able to see this, but my phone signal is not that great where I live. I know AT&T, that's my carrier. They were out here the other day because my development is still new, so they were out here the other day, setting up some stuff. So I'm pretty sure that our towers are going to be stronger here shortly. However, on my 8 Plus, my signal is better than on the 10. I don't know as far as the bands go. The phones, I probably have to go look that up, and kind of explain that to you guys more in depth after I do a little bit more research on it. But the signal on this phone is not as great as the signal on here. Now, I have like 1 bar on the 10, but if I was to turn on my 8 Plus, I have at least 2, maybe even 3. And sometimes it'll go between LTE and so forth, because my area, like I said, is still new and developing, so we don't have the towers and stuff yet. Well, we do have towers, but as you can see, they not real close by with that one bar up there. The reason why my phone battery is really, really low is because I didn't put the phone on a charger last night on purpose, because I wanted to see if it would die after using it all day. This phone battery is at about 85% overall, and my 8 Plus was at about 81%. So what I did was I used the phone all day. I charged it up full. A couple of times I charged it up a couple of times throughout the day, but once I hit 100% somewhere in the middle of the day, I just completely used it until I was done using it, and then I just left it overnight just to see if it would die. And that's just kind of neither here nor there. That's just a test for me to kind of give you guys an update when I do like a kind of sort of full review on the iPhone 10. Other than that, I really don't have too much more to report. You guys know that I'm loving the phone. I am enjoying it. It's bringing me closer to feeling like I want to, you know, get an 11 Pro or a 12. Who knows? One of the next things I want to do and show you guys on this iPhone 10, and if you guys want to see it on 8 Plus, just let me know. But on the iPhone 10, I want to show you guys a little bit of gaming, maybe like some Call of Duty or some Fortnite, just to show you guys that in 2020 the iPhone 10 can still game. And if you guys want me to do any kind of speed comparisons between the 8 Plus, the 10, and the 11 Pro, I can do that. But drop a comment below and let me know what you guys think so far. If you're somebody who's still rocking a 6, 7, or an 8, do you think videos like this are helpful to you as far as making that switch to maybe, let's just say, the new form factor? And with that being said, family, it's been your man Jay. Make sure you liked the video because it will help the channel grow and the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you comment and subscribe, and do not forget to hit that notification bell, because that way it would allow you to get notifications when I drop any video on the channel. We are currently at 48 subscribers, guys. We are almost to 50, and then from 50 we will be at 100. The goal is 100. So let's see if we can make that happen, family. It's been your man Jay. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.